Hey, so a while back I actually mentioned that I really wanted the Luke from the Return of the Jedi card, but I wasn't able to find him anywhere. I never did find him in the store anywhere, or even online he started to sell out. Yeah, I got lucky. I actually found one, and it was on clearance. And obviously it's on clearance because it's all busted up. So it was like $20. Not bad at all. Definitely better than 25 or plus, whatever they're trying to charge for this. Definitely don't like how expensive the figures are getting. But yeah, just because that was all beat up, he was on clearance. I was very happy to pick him up. Even if he was full price, I would have grabbed him. Just because it got to a point where I didn't know if I'd ever find him. So here he is, out of the package. And yeah, he just comes with this replacement piece for the vest. So there's a really cool story that I heard one time. I don't remember if George Lucas said this. It must be. He said during the fight with Vader, I believe, his chest wrap right there, it breaks open and folds like that. So that's the point of that. That's why it comes with the replacements. You can have the kind of fold there or all black. And when audiences are first watching Star Wars for the first time, Luke is all dressed in black. And you still don't know if he's going to join the dark side or not. And then when the scene happens and that thing gets ripped and it reveals that little patch of white, George Lucas thought that would be symbolism for Luke, just letting the audience know that he was always going to be on the light side. So that's why he's all in black, because he wanted to kind of mislead you to think that Luke's going to join the dark side. But then it's revealed through this little piece right here that he was always going to stay on the light side. So it's pretty interesting. I've got a few different Lukes that I'll pull out to compare to, but I'm really happy with the way this guy turned out. So it's a pretty good likeness for Mark Hamill. He's just got one of those faces that seems to be hard to pick up in plastic. But yeah, he's got the little loop right here where you can hold the lightsaber right there, right? And if you like to display them like that, you can just pop the piece off like this, bam, and you can display the lightsaber on his hip, which is pretty cool. I actually have one of my other Lukes displayed like that, so I'll probably keep this guy holding his green lightsaber. I love the green lightsaber. I just thought that was so cool when I was a kid. Everyone's got blue, and then all of a sudden Luke's got this green lightsaber. Very cool. So pinless arms, pinless legs, just single joints, but that's fine with me. It looks more natural, I think, when it's single jointed like an actual human. Doesn't give for as much articulation, I guess, but I'm not any kind of master at posing these figures, so they usually stand in pretty vanilla stances on my shelf. We've got a Luke. Let's see if I can get this guy right here. So this one is a different head sculpt. Again, it's pretty cool. It's just different. So yeah, the hair is much lighter on this guy. The eyes pop a little more, maybe because of the light hair. I don't know which one I like better. I think I have another Luke here. Let me see if I can grab him without dominoing all of my figures. I believe this one is from the comic book. So I really liked the head sculpt when I got it. Now it's hard when you have three of them standing next to each other. It's hard to decide which one is best. I think this Luke looks good without his lightsaber engaged. I actually have him holding it. I think it's because a lot of times when you put it on the loop like this, so let me do that there. So you can hang it from the little hook right there. You can hang it from the hook. Now, see, it just barely fits on there. It just doesn't fit very well. And it falls and it hinders his articulation. So it doesn't look very natural. That's why I had him holding it. But that being said, I've got 2 green sabers now. This is from the Heir to the Empire, the comic, I think. I don't know, because he's got both of his hands. So that must be before he gets his hand chopped off. Both of these have their hands. I'm not sure, but I have some of my other Jedis here. So we have the Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is from the show, but I liked that head sculpt. Again, Ewan McGregor, he's got, I guess, a hard likeness to capture. But I'm a sucker for soft goods. I think that looks really cool when he's in the soft goods like that. Scoot these guys over a little bit. Keep him front and center since he is the figure that I'm actually reviewing. But again, I have him without his lightsaber activated, just because he doesn't really activate it that much in the show. So one that I do have activated is, you guys all know who this is? Of course, it's Mace Windu. I just thought this was cool because it also has the cloth goods with the hard shoulder pads. I think that looks really cool. And just look at that head sculpt. I mean, that is perfect. Everybody knows exactly who that is as soon as you see it. That is perfect. I guess he's just got one of those likenesses that is easy to capture, maybe. Let's see, I can pull off so many figures off the shelf. I've got the Cal from the game, so here's our first blue lightsaber in the video. I love that the droid BD, his foot attaches to a little hole right there in the back. Very cool. Really like that figure. Really liked the game. So yeah, just a ton of different figures here that I could pull down. Vader. Let's just actually grab, and I'll show you. Just right above is where I'm pulling these from. So we got Vader. There's Leia, and of course R2. That's one of my newest figures in the collection. Absolutely love that R2. And Vader and the Emperor. That's actually George Lucas under the Stormtrooper helmet. I just have him wearing the helmet right now for some reason. Lots of figures here. We got Jabba back there. That would be a really good one to pull down, but you could see I'd have to pull like all these figures off the shelf. But this is technically the Return of the Jedi Luke, so we've got some random episode 1 guys right there, and then kind of goes chronologically. So at the start here, I've got some episode 1 figures, shuffling them around a little bit. I got some Game and Bad Batch guys right there. Just need more room, y'all. Just out of room. I'm loaded to the max capacity here. So all that to say, can never have too many Star Wars figures, and this is an awesome addition. Let's go ahead and take this off, and I'm just gonna see if this will hold better on this figure than it does the other one. It does actually. It holds a lot better. It looks a lot more natural. So, man, I think that's gonna be the way to go. So, sorry, Cal, knocked you over there. So I think this will be my Luke, where he's got his lightsaber engaged, and then one in just sort of a neutral stance, hanging on the hip. The only problem is, it will fall off pretty easily. But when it's just hanging there, I actually really like that. That's cool. I didn't think I was going to like that. Because again, for this Luke, I don't know, maybe the hook is just shaped a little differently. I think the hook is just a little bit tighter on that one than this figure, so it just doesn't fit well. It is a completely different lightsaber as well, so that might have something to do with it. I think it does, because if you look at this lightsaber right here, it's got the hook kind of at the edge, of the saber. There we go. Whereas this one is right in the middle, so it makes it harder to sit properly. So even if I take the same hook but use this other lightsaber, oh no, actually that still works. So I think the hook is also better. Yeah, that looks really good. Yeah, I'll mess around with that. You could probably put just like a little bit of blue tack or something on there to get it to stick a little bit better, but you really don't need it. It would only come off if I'm just sitting there messing with it. So anyway, video has gone on long. Happy with the figure. Glad I finally got him, especially at such a discount. So thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.